In this recorded session, I would be taking you to a very useful and very, like I would say that, very helpful tool for a faculty member who is handling huge part of students. Yes, it is none other than the activity completion tracking. I have spoke with you maybe in college or in the program or during my faculty development program about the need of this or about how useful it is. At times when you handle a huge batch, maybe 80 or 90, and if you wanted to keep a track of who has completed what, at times it's going to be a bit challenging. So that's where this particular functionality in our learning management system is going to help you. Let's explore. This course was offered in fall 2020. So if you see here, there's a course called Information Technology. So when I come to information technology, this course was offered in two batches, and we had quite a number of assignments or activities which was given. So I think yes, 15 assignments were given, and one forum discussion was part of the course. So if you see here, against each activity, you can see a kind of circle which is having a kind of faded tick mark. So this means that there was a kind of completion criteria which I have activated for all of this. So how do we do that? Let's explore it. Now, if you go to an activity, let's say it's in Quest, it's a forum. So in my forum video, I have explained to you about how useful or how you can add forum in, especially if you have an asynchronous mode of teaching, how the forum can contribute to that. So please do watch that. So here, if I go to the settings, come down to activity completion, I've got huge set of, or huge, not huge, I would say, multiple types of condition which I can add it to this activity. So the condition one is students should view this activity to complete it. That's quite normal one. Student must receive a grade to complete the activity. So I have a forum discussion which I'm going to talk about some kind of activity or maybe a kind of a reflection on a lecture which I took in the class, and I want the students to do a kind of forum discussion, and based on the discussion, I'm going to grade them. And if I give the grade, then that means that student has completed or met the criteria. So that's must receive a grade. Student must pause the discussion or replay once. That means this is a forum discussion, and if he is replying or initiating a topic of discussion, then he's been considered as completed the activity. Student must create a discussion. So I mentioned the thing here. Student must post a replay. So you can set either of these or all of these. So you can set according to your need. This is a very kind of good example how useful, how effectively you can activate the forum and then keep the track of the learner. So this is an example. Like how we have in forum, we do have the conditions which can be activated in your activity like assignment. So if you go to the assignment setting, similar to the forum, you will be able to find activity completion, where the activity completion criteria is student must submit this activity to get this, and then you have view again, receive a grade. So it changes according to the type of activity. For example, if you see the quiz, there will be a kind of condition where the students should meet the passing score to complete it. So the step one is you need to go to your course, find out the activities, and activate it. As I mentioned, let me just show you how the quiz will look like. So if I go ahead and create one of the, sorry about this. So if I go back to one of the activities, so let's come down. So I'm going to create a kind of quiz here, maybe an Edpuzzle, because most of you have started creating Edpuzzle. So if you come down here, you have an option called activity completion. So if you say that I okay, you created a puzzle, and then the students should get a score to complete this. So you can make this as like, yes, the student need to get this. That is, they should view and they must receive a grade. So you could create a lesson using a puzzle, and if they receive the grade only, then you are seeing that they are meeting the completion. So if you see here, I don't have other things. It's just a view or completed view and must receive. Let's go back to another activity. Let's say quiz. Let's see what quiz has got. So when I pick the quiz, what happens in the quiz is, yeah, do I have the quiz? Yes, here we go. So in the quiz, what happens is, if you come down to activity completion, you can see that there are kind of things like, must receive a grade, must require a passing grade, or all the attempts have completed. So if you see here, the grade section, you have a box where you can give a passing score, meaning I'm conducting a class test, I'm conducting a kind of weekend roundup quiz about the lectures that I covered in the week. So I say that you need to take a quiz and then you need to get a passing score of 8, or maybe you should get something like, you've got 2 unlimited attempt and then you should get a passing score of 8, or you got 3 attempt, then you should get a passing score of 8. So you can set that and then if you come down here, you can set this condition. So I'll say I've got 3. One is I don't consider this activity as in my activity completion. The second is manually students are marking it. That's not going to be helping for us because anyone can come and say that, oh, I completed it now. So we're going to keep some conditions. So the condition here I'm going to keep is student must receive a grade, of course. They should have a passing score, and all the attempts should be complete. So all the 3 I'm going to consider as a condition for completion of this activity. So when I click on save changes, what happened is the condition has been set. Now once the conditions are set, the next step what you need to do is you need to go to your course settings. So if you are using an old theme of the course, so under course administration, so for example, this is an old theme. So under the course administration, you will be able to find a link called course completion. If you're using a new theme in your course, you will be finding under the wheel icon, course completion. So here, when you go to this page, you will have a general section which is asking you what exactly I need to do. So course is complete when all condition is met, or course is complete when any of the condition is met. So I'm going to say all condition is met. So what are these conditions? So the conditions have been categorized into activity completion, completion of other courses, date, enrollment duration, unenrollment, and then course grade, manual self-completion, manual completion by others. So there are multiple conditions which you can set. So if you open the activity completion, what all conditions you have assigned to the activities, that's going to be listed down here. You can check all, or you can pick the critical ones. Say for example, assignment 1 is critical, activity 4 is critical, class test is critical. So these are the 3 which is critical in my, or you can make all as critical. It is up to you actually. And then I would go down to this option. So when you open, this is actually not really, of course you can consider using it, but I would say that if you use these 2 sections, then you have the stuff. So I said a few of the activities are going to be considered, and here I'm going to keep a manual check for my students. So I'll say that the lead faculty of the course, which is me, I need to give a manual approval saying that the student has completed it. So these are my conditions. I've picked 1, 2, 3 activities and 1 manual approval. I click on save changes. So now the conditions are set from the activity side, and in my course completion criteria, I have added the things. Now what I do is I go to these blocks on the side. Here you should be, if you are not finding the course completion criteria, you will find an option called add a block. Click on add a block, and when you click on add a block, you should get a a block adding title, which is course completion status. When you click on course completion status, it's going to appear on your right side. When you click on the right side, you will get a link to view the course report. When you click on view the course report, the ones which I have activated is going to be displayed. So for example, just to show you, I have picked few of the students and I have overridden their activity completion. So they have completed the three of these activities which has been mandated or which has been set by me, and I will go manually and click on the my part. So that means the course is complete. So that's how it is going to be considered. And then like this, you can keep a track of every student who is there in your program. And finally, if you wanted to say, if the student also goes to this particular block, so they get to see this. So she hasn't completed anything, so that's why she don't see anything. She requests to do that. Now, whereas if the student who has done 3, okay, sorry about that. So this is actually overridden by me to show you, but in reality, if the students are doing it from their end, it will be shown as yes for them, so that they will keep it, they'll get an idea, or they will get a kind of clarity which is missing and which is not missing. So that's about the faculty activity completion criteria, and this will help you to reduce a lot of challenge, especially as I mentioned in the introduction. If you have got a huge number of students, course completion tracking is a wonderful tool which you can use. It doesn't stop by activating activity, but you have got a lot of features. Say for example, I've got anatomy 1 or physiology 1, and in physiology 1 I am activating all the completion criteria, and I've got physiology 2 in my curriculum. So in physiology 2, the lead faculty can come down here, and then you can activate the other courses which is actually having kind of criteria. So there are no other courses in this category, but if you have activated it, then you can say that there is a physiology 1. If you have completed physiology 1, then only you will be able to complete physiology 2. Like that, a lot of functionalities or a lot of possibilities are there in this particular feature of my GMU portal. So to conclude, I was explaining you about activity completion. Activity completion can be part of a kind of a resource as well as an activity. So a resource, if you go, for example, you uploaded a PowerPoint, you wanted to make sure the students are watching it or students are clicking at least. So you can go to activity completion and say that activity is met when the student views this. And then when you click on save changes, what happens is that condition is set for that resource or that activity. After those things are set, you have to go to the settings of the course, where you will find course completion. When you click on course completion, you will get a page where you have to activate what all things is critical and what all things you need to check whether the student are completing the condition. So that's going to be here. And then you have I had just explained to you about the manual checking by the lead faculty, so that's the last condition. So this is quite good for a typical course. And also, if you want, you have got something like course grading, and then that particular grade, if the student gets, then only he will pass. If you wanted to do that, you can enable it, and then it's going to be part of the condition. So a lot of possibilities. Please do explore this functionality after this video in your course. And if you have any questions or queries, please feel free to contact me. Thank you so much. I would see you in another interesting session. Till there, take care. Bye.